one way or the other.
Both offlaners putting on their best carry shoes. Of course.
They really are.
Rezo was a carry, so he might be used to it a little bit. And I think Amar was never not a carry.
It's true.
So if you need some help to come and, you know, push the game over the top, these are two players making a name for themselves and how they do it.
Who's going to make the better carry offlaner?
Oh, look at that instant high five. No bad blood.
Yeah.
Two brothers.
They know it's just going to be a cutthroat battle. You can see Nisha already putting some pressure on BZM, but BZM at the same time securing 2 denies.
And Nisha's have to have had the upper hand in this series so far in terms of the lane early. Like, I feel like game one won that lane with the back of the Treant heal. Obviously that's a hard matchup versus Quap, but then he popped off. In game 2 he absolutely destroyed BZM to fuck with that TA. So maybe this is, you know, revenge of, yeah, so to say.
Yeah.
Will he strike back?
Maybe in a matchup that's a little bit more even. No living armor to deal with, no bad matchup in the TA versus Puck.
Yeah, where's Puppy to help you now, sir?
How it goes.
I'm also interested to see if this
snags another
Tusk Enigma lane.
Oh, another! This man's a monster!
Alright, he got that one. I mean, you can call it right there.
Still though, Nisha definitely putting some work, and BZM is quickly going through all of his regen.
Nisha was saving the skill point there, maybe even contemplating an early change.
Oh, he missed the slide too. BZM immediately with a response.
You should BZM striking back here, taking an early CS lead for sure. The fact there's no kills at 2 minutes must mean the top lane is going better for OG than last time.
That is true.
You know, the fact they're still 0-0, automatically a better start here. Taiga having a much better time. He doesn't have 2 deaths already. So this lane going better. So I'm working for them over the long run.
It's still gotta be a hard lane.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount of idle on clear between these two. I mean, you can shoot an acorn, about it. So Spectre just gonna play, you know, survival Spectre gameplay. Classic. She can do it better than Medusa, I think. She can also dagger over Shard. So the kill threat isn't as high. The tankier hero. Should have a better time even if this lane gets a little out of control. Well, True pulling bottom, getting daggered up here. This is a mega strong chase lane. You gotta be careful with how you overextend. Try and abuse the stick charges as much as you can.
And Secret, they are going to be poking quite a bit, right? I mean, they just gotta like try and get Amar to use the lane, disengage, and then once that link's down, they can definitely go full hog and just zerg somebody down potentially.
It's a classic Amar lane where you just want to get the equilibrium back, put him in a position where he can chase the carry down. Chu doing a decent job of that, sacrifice like network to make it happen. Not the fight, just absolutely an obnoxious Crystal Maiden PA lane. Still no test for this OG lane, so tremendously better start.
Science, maybe you spoke a little bit too soon. The tag team is doing a little bit of work here, but yeah, Bushwick will allow Taiga to disconnect. An early earn picked up by the Spectre.
Let's come back into the meta. The early mana regen, the early gank ability gives you some extra damage on these haunts. Oh, guarded.
Oh, you can see what's happening already. The Enigma can pull the lane back. Science has already picked up the bounty rune, and he's going to sit on the 4-minute water rune. He's going to make sure BZM, who's already low,
he almost caught him. He did have a stick, so probably good no matter what. Still early aggressive vision coming out, and yeah, he saw him on the rotation. Nice wards from Zayats here. Might get dewarded. See what BZM tries to do here. Pretty quiet start compared to last game. Very even lanes across the board.
And that was, the panel was talking about, that was a huge factor in game 2, right? Like, even though Secret, it felt like it could have been maybe one of those games that was like a 20-minute victory, that early laning phase lead that they had, they slipped through their fingers a little bit, but it was still very important to the reason
it got them over that hump.
Yeah,
the fact they were in that position in the first place. OG is not a team you're going to do that to twice, you know? You might catch them once. Second round, they're going to learn their lesson. They're going to step it up, refocus, and that's what they're doing here. Much happier with this start than last game. I think especially BZ. Like, to me, that last game, he was in position on that puck for somewhat limited stuns where if he had a decent early game, he could have popped off. Instead, he had to claw his way back, and he was still doing work in those late game fights, but it's just from a tough position. This is a way better start for him on a hero that he's shown he can do massive damage.
Love how close this, even with BZM having to go back to base, they are just dead even in CS pretty much.
Absolutely neck and neck.
Science is going to cut over again. BZM,
Dire's top tower
early
is under
boots
attack.
pick up here, and that may be important for this upcoming gank because, well,
chains.
slight chains into the snowball. Now he does have that little bit of physical resistance thanks to the shield, and Zions is in trouble now. The Fisher, oh no,
Wrong side.
dissimulate over to the other side, but Zions doesn't get hit by it. He gets
Salve
the
it up.
healing salve off, and now they can maybe turn. Gets the salve canceled though, but Nisha's gonna continue to push back and chase after him with the level 6 picked up. Nisha snatched the first blood over BZM.
Beautifully played. Unlucky with that fissure that he gets on the other side, but at the same time, reading this matchup beautifully. Nisha did have the level advantage. He was gonna hit 6 first there no matter what. Had to put in the work, using the fact that resolution can be left a little top. Still trying to fight for this rune. It's bottom.
They do manage to get the
Nice
kill on
kill.
Zions, and maybe with Zions gone and a 2v1, Nisha, yeah, he can't go for it. It also means the power rune may not be available for Nisha, or maybe
Have another
Nisha's just
totem.
dead. BZM, he's not quite level 6, but he can't dissimulate hop over, and he's going to leave a remnant behind. So he's back up, he can jump to it, Nisha dies.
Chu salvaging the situation there. Huge kills for him. Anytime you get early XP on the Shaker, it's massive. And like you said, that power rune spawn bottom. Zion's really going to get the deny.
Oh no! Stopped. BZM picks it up and uses that arcane rune immediately to be able to maybe
boost
get the
delivery?
kill. Yeah, the Fisher's gonna come through.
That's worth a tip, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and camp me in the mid lane. And it's his ribbon.
Radiant's
Momentum
courier
going
has
his
been
way.
slain.
Even after all of that, though, looking at the net worth, he's just still ahead by 300 or 400. Just the power's blood gold. So nice turnaround for OG, gained some momentum. Probably the best lane they can play through as well. You're not going to have a lot of play action through Spectre top. You're not going to have a lot through this Razor bottom just because of the power of the disengage with PA Crystal Maiden. Your aggressive link potential is pretty limited down here. So I like the idea from OG. Hate the fight to this mid. Try and shut Nisha's momentum down early. Stop that inevitable train that you know is coming at some point. I mean, I have not seen Nisha get shut down almost at all this tournament.
Resolution does have his level 6. Giant, well, he's gonna be found by BZM. BZM really doesn't want to show himself for this kill. He wanted Resolution, but eventually said, we'll have to suffice. He actually did take the Aether Remnant. They're gonna use the 2-man black hole. Oh, they've got them both with Nisha showing up. Oh, what a turnaround from Secret.
Astronomical price indeed. That's triple earn charge for Rezo. Couldn't have asked for a better hole if he wanted to get one.
Yeah, what a play by him in the first place, like tanking the Aether Remnant to allow the Tusk to be able to get
very
off some
nice.
spells.
That player synergy he was talking about.
Yeah, there's a reason why he wanted to play with Science. And
Radiant's
I
bottom
got to do
tower
some
is
content
under
pieces with the two of them. Let me just say, they do have a pretty good vibe together. Nisha diving in here for Taiga, but
Tasted.
BZM is going to be TPing in. Immediately frostbitten though. Nisha, and he's really going for the snowball in from the other side. Science will commit and get the kill out of Taiga before trading his own life over to BZM. Another frostbite. Nisha,
puppies here,
they'll just kind of poke at him, but I don't think they're going to do
Dire's courier's gone down in flames.
Not touching this hasted Ember. Nisha just putting the pressure on OG early around this middle lane, even getting the D wards and the obs control vision in their favor. Lamar trying to make Slane happen bottom, might have overextended.
Oh, if he got hit by that dagger, then I think
vision?
Puppy might have been able to catch him there, but no. Nisha, meanwhile, diving in mid,
You
finishes them off
monster.
with the remnant on through. The best zoomer mid is reminded that there was a zoomer
Radiant's
before
middle
him.
tower is under
Nisha,
attack.
he was the OG, the new club. Chrysalis,
bottom?
he's very, very low. Jude looking to be able to catch him. The snowball's
dagger
going to be
mana.
able to hit Druggy, and he's not going to be able to get the dagger
Dire's
off.
top tower is
He was trying to tread swap for the extra mana and he was still just short.
And now he's just low on mana. He's still literally out of mana, not going to be able to TP out of this situation. Chu's going to be spotted. They do not get him inside of the shard. At the same time,
chains.
though, Amar is going to be caught by the chain, slowed down by the dagger with the Orb of Corrosion. It is guaranteed that this Razor is going to fall. Taiga even showing himself for a second there. He gets greedy, goes for the
Dire's
bounty
top
room.
tower
Tips
is
from
under
Secret.
attack.
You know they're feeling themselves this game and in this
Dire's
series
structures
after
are
that game to win.
fortified.
And Nisha's feeling another kill. Taiga has been spotted.
Dyer's top
ECM
tower
is in
is
the
under
neighborhood
attack.
though, so
Nisha just feels
Radiant's
unstoppable
middle tower
already.
is under attack.
it certainly does.
4, 1, and 3. ECM will get another arcane rune.
Okay.
Thanks, Gaben, for that one. Give more to this Nisha Ember. It feels like he might just spiral out of
Dyer's
control
top
already.
tower is
Remember, they have
under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden Aura running this whole time too. Level 3 for Puppy, going for this 1-1-3. Choosing to power up his cores instead of himself.
Dyer's
Maybe
top
learned his lesson
tower
when he
is
took
under
that Ags
attack.
game 1. Now,
Better to be an Aura bot.
yeah. No more greed for me. You know what, Nisha, you carry me. I'll take it.
Look at that, Yuragi.
Oh, dagger.
He was so close to being able to get the dagger off, was tread switching, had the moment, but the snowball stopped it.
This is
Radiant's
the power
bottom
of this
tower
aura
is
build. If
under
your
attack.
cores are in a strong position, Secret up 3k at 10 minutes, another fantastic laning feature for them. This is where the Crystal Maiden build really pays off.
Radiant's
Your
bottom
cores are going to be able to
tower is
stay on
under
the map
attack.
where they're going to be able to spam more spells, be more aggressive. Giving me some flashbacks to like 4 or 5 years ago where Newbie were running this game. Running
Radiant's
people over
bottom
with the
tower
aura.
is under attack.
Big push happening through the mid lane. It's going to
Dyer's
be
middle tower
a
is
lot of
under
damage on
attack.
this mid tower. OG is going to have to respond with some force
under
here.
attack.
It's gonna be the first one to show up. Are going to be able to lead off with the bushwhack into the remnant. No, a slight into the remnant jump away. Nisha just a hair
Dyer's top tower
ahead of
has
BZM.
fallen.
How many top tower dies? OG can only defend so much in this early game. That top tower was probably sealed eventual death no matter what. Ragi forced into the jungle and forced into a Hand of Midas build.
Uh-oh, Amar. No, what an Echo Slam set up by Chu with the Fisher leading off, but Amar is not healthy enough to be able to go for the chase. He can turn around and kill Zayats. Poor old Zayats has had most of his armor zapped away, but Crystal is getting
Taiga on
out.
the
Very
back.
important. He actually jumps onto Taiga. Oh, is he just juked that one out entirely? BZM can chase after him. The Frostbite is the Remnant's going to be able to pull him back into his doom. Rezo jumped forward and tried to get the black hole, but unfortunately was hit by Chu right as he blinked in.
Dyer's middle
That timing
tower
for
is
him is
under
resolution. Will be able to back out just fine, but couldn't save his pair.
Nice find for OG on the back of their strongest hero in Amar Razor. He's definitely the hero they're gonna have to fight around and skirmish around in this early game. Still Nisha making them pay on mid, just takes mid tower. Absorb a corrosion plus that catapult wave from earlier. Early tier 1's going down for OG.
He's gonna go for the early BKB. So Nisha wants to like continue to snowball his presence in the game.
He'll be invincible. There is absolutely no BKB lockdown in the game. He's going to be a god for a while.
Again, but Rezo's here and he's got the black hole on
Watch the
BZM. Baits out the Crystal Maiden. They think, oh, he's going for a D-ward. Let's just get this free 5 position. But no, all of Secret was there, ready to pound.
This is another game resolution topping the network chart on this. He didn't even have all the kills to fuel him up. He's still immensely jacked.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about the drafting process. Hold up. Yuragi gets into the trees. He's just a little bit low on mana as well, so he may not feel comfortable pursuing. Bushwhack's gonna miss. Puppy's gonna grab the squirrel instead.
Drop the ult.
Drops the ultimate immediately. That's gonna be stopped by the Fisher though, and he is blocked in a little bit. Chu hops on top of him with the Tumbler toy, and with Amar coming in, they should be able to get this kill no problem. Nisha's gonna be forced away.
OG really needs to get any of these skirmishes going their way they're canceling. Don't lose more map control to this Ember. It's going to create a lot of space for this PA to farm up. It's going to create a lot of space for this enigma to go to work. And remember, Yuragi is still trying to build into this Midas. Try and get his levels back. If you lose too much map control, this Spectre is just not going to have that comeback potential once. Not a lot of room for him to go. I'm battling Eidolons and losing the fight.
Not quite as
River
Nice
fight.
plant there, the Bushwhack. Zayats does what damage he can before he falls, and it might just be enough to help get the return kill on a Chu. Nisha's gonna die for that one. Puppy turns around, Frostbite's up, easy amp with a haste rune. He's gonna chase down this poor support.
Calculator.
Takes the time. Oh, nice turnaround from Taiga there. The Anthem stuns, the Echo Slam is there indeed, and Nisha, oh, he gets caught looking.
Absolutely beautiful. The pre-tree plant predicting the remnant and into the bushwhack. Set up the chain for Chu.
Radiant's middle tower
Absolute
is
perfection
under
coming out from
attack.
OG in these skirmishes, and that is a massive kill. Not just gold, but relieving pressure off the map here. This Ember is the hero Secret wants to skirmish around. He's what enables their supports, enables this Crystal Maiden to be able to take these river fights. maybe a little bit of a fortuitous haste for BCM here, but putting it to great
Taiga
use.
reading it.
Absolutely beautiful. This is a hard hero to catch.
Chu jumping forward with the Tumbler's toy. I mean, you said this is the most broken tier 1 item, and Chu's making a good argument for it.
This thing is absolutely insane on melee supports.
I mean, Earthshaker especially is like particularly.
Don't worry. He'll get the Steel Totem at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Double it up. Just space for OG. Froggy Spectre to crawl his way back in this game.
Now, the panel kind of talked a little bit about the Spectre. They thought it was a nice pickup against Enigma. What is it about that matchup?
About him making the fight annoying for Rezo. He gets haunted on, he can't blink. He gives them vision and Enigma as well. They have long-range fissure, long-range spells between the Void Spirit and the Hoodwink. So what can happen is they haunt, they see this Enigma. Does Rezo insta-pop BKB or does he risk getting fissure? It's very scary.
He was really daring. He did too much. He could have just hopped away, but did not respect the long-range disables of OG. So they trade out a Hoodwink for an Ember Spirit. Well worth it for OG.
That's exactly the long-range burst that's going to come out off the back of any vision OG gets. It's so scary for the secret lineup. The only saving grace is perhaps some Blink Snowball later on that can stop that long-range burst off the initiation. Not going to be as easy of a game for Rezo in terms of just being able to jump in free. That said, I guess he doesn't have to play into, you know, Egg and Stone Gaze trade-off.
Yeah, that's true. There is no BKB piercing disable.
The holes are pretty free if you can get them, but getting them is going to be more difficult.
And Taiga. I think he was trying to get a ward down, but secret. And plenty of vision to up him there, and Taiga knows it too. Gonna keep the pressure up on this off-lane tower. This is kind of an interesting position. We've talked, there's been a lot of talk about the Dire jungle, this little match and how strong it was. And Rezo playing the opposite approach, just playing the Radiant safe lane and pushing it in constantly into OG.
Tier 1 tower down as a result. More map control going their way. Battle Fury for Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, so
Line
he's
out here.
finally got that accelerant where the Spectre Midas picked up for a while.
Now you're going to start to see the Spectre and PA race to the top here, especially if they can find a good fight for Yuragi off a Haunt. Remember, he went Urn, he went Midas, but he's still happy to join these fights. It's going to be about how strong Amar thinks he is. We've seen this Amar Razor do some crazy stuff this patch. I guess last patch, but I assume he can still do it this patch.
Yeah, I don't think anything is going to change.
I wonder if, I assume Lance of Pursuit works through the link. That sounds pretty good.
Would be pretty bonkers. That sounds incredibly good. Rezo gets hit by the plasma field. They've already got the Haunt on top of him. Rezo is just not without any opportunity to get a black hole. Long range shot actually nailing the Tusk. Won't be able to hit him with the Aftershock though, but I don't think Zion sends a way out. BCM's going to ensure of it. Closing the cage. BCM picks up a killing spree as OG. Once again, they hit this nice like 15-minute stride against Team Secret where they just seem to know the right maneuvers to make to win fights, or at least skirmishes.
That's the exact type of Haunt that Yuragi wanted. Get involved, get some Urn charges, get some assist gold, use this Razor BKB, which they didn't even have to use. It's just the threat of it running in. Jump the perfect target in this Enigma before he has Black King Bar. He is 200 off of that. That might be a different fight if Rezo has it. He might just be able to BKB turn. The static link might kill him as well. Again, Crystallis not ready to join the fights. This is where OG can abuse the numbers. He needs a little more time to come online before he feels confident going into these engagements with the Phantom Assassin.
Really nice aggressive boards laid down by OG. Let's see how many of them Puppy finds. He already got one that was behind the mid-tier 1 tower. And I imagine he thinks there's a ward somewhere in the trunk.
Where it could be a lot of places.
Ward's destroyed. He's destroyed 5 on the side of Taiga. And it's actually dead even 6 of them. Well,
That's a lot of ward. Guy killing some of his own or what?
This ward is actually very nicely placed. Make the spotted Puppy play its own.
He's rocking that specialist array. Specialist array Crystal Maiden, that's a you know, some stats.
Radiant's middle tower
That
is
big
you just
split
wait.
shot attack out.
Just
you know?
wait till he gets the triple kill with one shot.
If he gets a triple kill off the split shot, I'll tire for a fourth. That'll be something. Rezo trying to bait this upper top.
He's got the BKB, so he just goes for it. Doesn't get Taiga, but secures a kill on BCM, who had a killing spree as well, so that was super worth
Dire's
it.
top tower is
Shuffle
under
mission
attack.
of the Shaker in the trees when he was there. Very close to snagging him. Shu does have his blink now. We've seen his Shaker do some absolutely crazy stuff this tournament.
Oh, yeah. But are they going to get here in time to be able to stop this Roshan? This
They're
could
gonna
be that
try.
crazy moment.
Haunt up at 25. No Haunt for this. No black hole either.
They've got
though.
another ward to be able to spot these heroes rotating in, and they're going to back up.
It's getting a little low doing this. They don't really have the sustain to commit.
Yeah, they don't have the black hole. It's like, it's a needless. They don't need it.
I guess they also know OG doesn't want to commit for this Roche either. Roche is not that fast. That said, it's half HP and they have Haunt back up.
You know, OG, they're at least
Rocket
going to
feels
try
strong
and
enough.
find a fight somewhere in here, and if they could catch the right kind of heroes, they could go for the Roshan. I can't believe they're going to do it without finding a kill first.
As long as there's no black hole, is Amar that afraid of anything? He's got 2200 HP with this on.
I guess so, yeah. Won't start immediately just popping out. Anybody shows themselves, he starts going for Puppy. Secret, though, on the side. They're going to go ancient charging in with his own BKB. He's already finished off Chu. Amar fighting through is going to be able to go on the Tusk next. It looks like somehow Puppy was living through a while, but eventually that dispersion from Uragi finished him off. Nisha playing distant, poking out. Uragi is low. Crystal is showing up and will be able to finish off the Spectre. The carry on carry battle goes to Secret. Now it's cleanup time. Taiga is going to be next as Crystal should be able to chase him down. And an attempt at a Roshan goes quite awry for OG. Gifted a free
Double silver buybacks out of it. Silver lining there for OG. That's probably not a Roche. They're too good of a position to contest unless Amar gets crazy good link on a core, which Secret just played the fight perfectly, kiting him around. Puppy lives so long there too, forcing so many spells out. He has the buyback, of course, like a Crystal Maiden does. Double support buy for Secret to secure early Roche. They'll take it.
Oh, the echo on two. BCM. I think he was going to pop away, and maybe he still needs to. It wasn't quite enough damage. Chu, Science, keeping his distance, just allowing the tag team to do its work. BCM went back in and almost gets caught by the Malefice. He's going to have one last jump away. He's still ticking down from the urn. He's going to use the Aether Remnant to help out Taiga. But a free soul. He's got a regen ticking up, so he'll be good. Meanwhile, Taiga, he's got a boomerang.
He does. Found it somewhere. Huge shard.
Yeah, it's the shard. I forgot it's the shard now. So now it's the decoy that does that weird, like, secondary ultimate. Does 60% of the damage of a regular
Dire's
sharpshooter.
courier has been slain.
That is pretty interesting, though. I feel like that makes this spell a lot more accessible. Because now it's a nice support, right? It's like, okay, you can focus more on the spell damage. Straight up BKB Black Hole. They've got the Frostbite as well. BZM won't make it out, and they are just chaining kills now. Crystal is diving after Taiga. Well, it does turn around, Bushwhack does throw some damage down, but Crystal will shrug it off pretty easily. Still has 3.5 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is
G
under
getting
attack.
corralled mid here. Need
Radiant's
some
top
support
tower
kills.
is under attack.
Amar trying his best to push the lanes and force Secret off their side of the map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Too hard. No Echo Slam
Radiant's
either.
top tower is under attack.
Sure, your Razor's strong, but he can just run in and link anybody. Double mobility core for Secret in an Enigma who you can't really find without the help of
Top
Spectre.
tower is under attack. Middle tower
He's going to push Secret up to some key items here. Blink for the Tusk is going to be coming out soon. It's a very big save burst. Fissures in the burst. As well as this PA, BKB closing in on another item.
This'll come in handy.
Very scary timing for OG here. Secret win 1 or 2 more fights.
Yeah, it looks
Damage
like
is going to scale out of control.
it does feel like one of those games that could just keep spiraling. So OG, they really cannot afford another slip-up.
This next fight is super key for them to maintain map control. They need to get value out of Amar's network. Use his tank ability to frontline, get something going for them. Haunt, find the supports, find the Enigma.
Yeah, it's got to be the Enigma, right? Because
Really
he
does.
can't really challenge the other two cores at all. We've seen Secret that are just like, They're playing keep away from this Racer.
Maybe you can just somehow fissure and land an Echo on this Ember and burst him. It's very scary to do that though with this snowball save that can come out.
Yep, Zayats has got the blink dagger.
Like, it'll
so
guarantee a BKB, so if you go on this Ember and he doesn't die, he gets saved. That fight seems really hard to me. Maybe you just split push farm. You might just need Spectre Ags in this type of game, so at least you can play off the pokes, right? You get a bushwhack, you get a fissure. This Spectre can haunt in off the low CD haunt. You don't have to super commit your enigma counter. Play this type of game.
The X is even better now with the extra hit that you get in now off of the dagger. Use the haunt, get some good vision here of what was an incoming gank. Now it does mean the haunt's gonna be on cooldown, but considering the fact that he would have died otherwise.
Take that trade. Again, I don't know if OG is really looking to take the straight 5-on-5 right now anyway. I think they're happy to trade farm, especially if they're not falling behind. Or the Midas helps a little bit. Decent vision as well. Wow, they got the super deep mid ward. Do a lot of work
tower. Yeah, who got that? That was recent.
I don't know. I mean, they smoked the down mid, so I'm guessing Taiga planted off the back of the smoke. High impact Midas.
Impact move.
I think a bar likes this creep getting Midas.
Invisibility.
Probably not. Then again, I feel like you do have to have some lead, right? Like you play enough of the carry sometimes, you know. Yeah,
It's
you
like
can have that.
That's stealing money from you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a 5K net worth lead right now for Team Secret, but the game is kind of stalling out. OG, as Avery's been talking about, seems to be they're trying to avoid fights and are just trying to stall. And Secret are trying to corral them inside of their base. They're keeping 2 lanes pushed in right now. See, Taiga's doing his best to stop that though. He's way outside the map. In fact, they're going to try and hunt him down. Science.
More strength is Boomerang. Look push waves and kill them a bit faster.
Straight up BKB Black Hole used on Amar, but he's very tanky. Not easy to kill. Resolution calls and quits early on the Black Hole to ensure his BKB is used to TP out. That was pretty smart read because they were not killing Amar. Now, Asia wants to go for this one. With the control, they have him.
Extra damage from the Grove Bow amping it up there. Packing another D-ward for Puppy here as well. OG does not want to give this vision up.
Oh, Taiga saves Sun Stain. Next snowball save. Completely dodging that one. Does it up for the Echo Flame. Chrysalis, he was just biding his time. He jumps immediately afterwards. Finished off Chu. Amar does drain some damage away, but he is quickly going to lose his life as Chrysalis jumps back in. Still had plenty of damage for that one, Jack. 800 damage crit. Resolution finding Hiragi inside of the trees too. Bob Samantha gets rid of the Malphite.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Down, just knowing that without BKB on this Razor, this fight is way too hard for OG. You do not have the damage to bring the Secret scores down right now. Yeah. Secret abusing it to the maximum. Very early racks, I would say, for how strong OG's high ground defense is in a normal scenario.
Wow, there's the save from Science. Very deep, though. They're going to go in super deep. That's pretty awkward. Chris is going to be able to jump back. Science may not be as lucky, though. The Boomerang's going to come through. The shot goes out. Ember Spirit's forced to jump away, but the EA is not quite as lucky. A dagger goes out. Those one-shots, too. And Ember will be able to finish him off. But at the same time, they did lose Tusk. So 2-for-2 trade-off, and OG managed to hold. Their melee barracks was just 150 HP from death.
Super nice vision to start this off. They get the jump back, forcing the snowball so super deep. This it's like the snowball from last game, man. No matter what happens, seems to get stuck here, bringing his team with him.
What a dagger! Look at you, like full health. Wham!
Yeah, almost one-shot him.
And then it's as simple as a slight.
He was just getting the shard delivered too. Might have even killed him with Fan and Eyes if he had it. Kill that high ground defense. It's very annoying here for Secret with the fissure blocks, the long range poke from Hoodwink. Someone's getting stunned, and then if the second someone gets stunned, you're getting chain stunned. Zayats has to make a call if he wants to commit with the snowball save, and as we saw there, that can be a double-edged sword.
Yeah. And then this Crystal Maiden, I mean, we were kind of joking backstage about this hero, but It's proven to be super effective in the hands of Puppey, and now he's got the new level 15 talent, so he's got the Frostbite cast range. So all the more effective at being able to catch BZM. BZM's got to be building an answer to it. What is it? Taiga trying to cut creep waves. Nisha will not let you do that right in front of his face. No way.
Up to his outpost. Again, they're just trying to control the map and build a network lead versus defense. So sneaky on these side lanes.
Nisha's going to go for an Axe next, so if they are going to be playing the split push game, that Aghanim Scepter gives so much more mobility to the Ember Spirit.
And split push, Roche is back up.
Dire's
A
top
shard
tower is under
on top
attack.
of it. I think Puppey's taking this one too. It wouldn't surprise me.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
This is going to be a huge timing for Secret. They have Octarine on Enigma. He's just going to this Phantom Assassin. One of the best items for this hero because you can just jump in, glass cannon, no care for the world.
Roshan has fallen to the
This is
Radiant.
definitely going to be a very aggressive period from Secret. They're going to search out pretty much any fight they
Radiant's
can
middle
get,
tower is
especially
under
anything
attack.
on their vision.
Oh, Rezo actually takes it. I thought surely the Emperor, but no, we're going to have that new shard where Eidolons spawn off of the Malefist.
Puppey didn't take it. Yeah, it seems decent.
It's okay, but I mean, why not just... The shard's decently effective on the Emperor as
I mean,
well.
the extra stun duration could make a huge difference. We're talking about stunning a Void Spirit, stunning a Razor, and then trying to chain it before he BKBs. You just probably feel it's more impactful than some extra remnants is ever going to get. I don't know, I trust Nisha. Nisha says we take the shard, you probably take it. Missed hole. Nothing.
Man, stunned, Zion's already dead, and Nisha's at half health even through his BKB. The physical damage is kind of overwhelming. Amar is going to be able to chase down some of these heroes. Nisha keeps on jumping out. Puppey doesn't have that same luxury, though. Looks like they're thinking about going back over the dagger. Oh, they one-shot the Earthshaker. There goes the two supports. Resolution's back into play. A Malphite stun onto the Razor. He doesn't have the BKB. Here comes the Ember Spirit. Nisha finishes him off first. BCM chasing after the Enigma. He wants to be able to force a dive back, but with a Frostbite out, he's got to jump away from Crystallis, who could still be on the hunt. Meanwhile, Yuragi, he's stuck in the trees and TP out. He's able to get away. Frostbite, though. Echo Slam in return. He got interrupted. Crystallis gets the crits onto the Earthshaker, finishes him off. Jumps after him, gets the kill onto BCM, and Crystallis will be able to get out too. Secret can reset from here and start taking the base.
Another double support buyback fight from Secret, still taking it on the OG side of the map with the help of the outpost. Age is still up for Crystallis, who just did all the damage in that fight. Again, Hold did absolutely nothing. If anything, it just baited OG in.
I was stunned with silence off of that black hole. I had no idea what that was, but hey, you know, the fight afterward works, so who cares?
Sometimes the end result's all you need.
You gonna go throne? Oh,
why
yeah,
not?
Secret. They've been keeping their foot on the OG's throat this entire game 3, and they will continue it now by going for the tier 4s.
Desolator damage, full Reaver on Crystallis, still has Aegis for 2 minutes, Ags on Nisha. No Haunta for OG. Rocky doesn't even have TP, he's gonna have to single John in here. Amar, fight for your throne and fight for your life, son.
They're gonna snowball back through. Amar punched up in the air, the BKB protecting him for now. He's gonna turn back into Nisha. Stun going through, Frank immediately throws out the Manta, but the Spectre's up to take it too much damage. Nisha goes to town on the 2. Finishes him off. BCM looking to pick off supports now. At this point, he's definitely dead, but BCM gets caught immediately by the punch up the air. He gets the Fuel Scepter off, though. Allows him to reset the mount. The stun, though, it lasts a long time, and Chris is able to finish him off, and that is it. GG. Team Secret will bring down OG. A result that I think many would not expect.